What's up, y'all? Hey, Robbie. Hey, Courtney. This episode gave me VGC vibes. I know, right? What's up, Michael? Hey, Caitlin. Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you. Y'all. Hey, Charity, I'm wearing your shirt. Hold on, why Siri come
Here
up
I
here?
am.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm wearing your shirt, Chair. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Undaunted Things. She has a bunch of cute faith-based t-shirts and hats and stuff like that. So go check that out. Hey, everybody. So I'm gonna tell you, I went ahead and did this live because I have been so tired. This week has been like such an exhausting week for me. So, and then this episode was an exhausting episode to do. David said, "Where's his?" Shout out to David, Charity's husband. And also shout out to y'all. Congratulations on the new house. I'm so proud of y'all. But let me tell you, that review is gonna be up late because, child, I just didn't even have the time. I filmed it, but I just didn't have time, y'all. So I just jumped on here so I could give y'all something because, child, I just didn't have time to edit all that video. But I promise I will get that up to you soon as I can. And yeah, I'm fine, Alexis. I promise I'm fine. I'm just wore out. That's all. And I didn't want to get on here when I was real tired because, I get a little snippy when I'm tired. So I didn't want to get on here with no attitude or nothing like that because somebody disagreed with me. I'm telling you, the other day, quick tangent, the other day, y'all know, if y'all don't know, I post rants where I talk about different TV shows, and I got, majority of my comments are not bad. I get, maybe 95% good comments for the most part on those videos. But there are always those few comments that get on my last nerve. It's like they trigger me and I'd be ready to go off. And I knew I was in a bad mood when I sat there and wrote down like a whole paragraph going off on somebody. And I'm like, Pinky, block them. What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this right now? I just deleted it all and just blocked them because I ain't got to explain myself to nobody. But y'all, this episode was exhausting. When I tell you that I don't expect to see Love and Hip Hop fights or Love and Hip Hop style arguments on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Married at First Sight. What is going on here? It was just too much. And then it's like 2 hours. We have to sit here for 2 hours. You be blocking left and right. That's what I need to be doing. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by talking about the apology that Dr. Pepper gave. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Because she gave an apology and she deleted it. This is from MAFS Fan on Instagram. This is where I get all of the tea because I don't know, they keep up with all that stuff. They're the plug. And but if you don't want spoilers, make sure you don't look at the stories because that's where the spoilers are. So let me go ahead and read what Dr. Pepper said. As many of you know, this season of Married at First Sight included a match that has turned out to be both disappointing and often offensive to myself and the viewers. I want to make sure you all could have some of the context that I do. Wait, I wanted to make sure you all could have some of the context that I do for why this man was allowed to participate in our program. No excuses. It was a bad call. But please, if you are upset about this match, take a minute to read my words and see how seriously we vet these people before matching them and how much I empathize with those at home who are horrified by Chris's actions. Let me see. Hold on real quick, because I feel like so my cousin Caitlin literally just sent me something that Chris said. Hold on, y'all. Wait, what did I do? Okay. My cousin Caitlin literally just sent me what Chris said, his response. So I want to put this up there too. Caitlin, are you in here? Hold on. Let me put this up. You so messy. So this is Chris's response. I didn't even know you was in here. Okay, so he said, this is from his this is from his Facebook, what it looked like. I told my people no more posts, but this is the last one. Yeah, I saw Dr. Pepper's post and delete comment. These are things I took away from her post and delete as I attempt to not mince my words too. With all due respect, she referred to me as that man. My name is not that. Chris is so childish. Oh my goodness, he is so childish. He is so what? Wait a minute. Because I could have swore she referred to him as his name. She said I was horrified by Chris's actions. So, what? Oh my goodness, he is so childish. I find it crazy that you are making it seem as if I effed up your impeccable track record. But he messed it up. When in reality, you have been an expert since day one, and your track record is 30% of the people you personally put together are still together from day one. The national average of divorce. The national average divorce rate is 50%. Yours is 70%. If 12 people stay together out of 39, then that means there are 27 bad calls. Not one. Maybe it's time to retire because because a change is needed and everyone sees that but you. Call for me and I will answer. He is like, y'all, this is so messy. These are facts. Hashtag leave me alone. Hashtag yes, I heard what you said to her. Hashtag I'm going to post and delete too. Y'all, this is so childish. This is so childish. Oh my goodness. Okay. Points were made though. We're not gonna act like points weren't made. All right. Married at First Sight does have a 30% success rate, and only 12 of the 39 people they put together are together. So that is very true. But it's just Chris. Oh my goodness. It is childish because your behavior has been terrible. Your behavior has been terrible, and on top of that, Dr. Pepper alone doesn't make these decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's a group effort, and honestly, I feel like the network has a lot to do with their decision making. They get influenced by the producers, the network, whatever. I don't think it's simply just them, like they're saying. Like, they're the scapegoat. They're the people that's going to take the hit because they're the people, like, we know their names. And we see them every week. So we're, they're the ones we're going to blame. But at the end of the day, they're not the only ones making this decision. And I would blame Dr. Pepper, though, for Chris, though, because Pastor Cal did not want this match to happen. And Dr. Viviana and Dr. Pepper, they are the ones that decided to, go forward with this match. And so I do think it's good that Dr. Pepper was apologetic and did, give some sort of explanation. I mean, it's way better than what Dr. Viviana said, because Dr. Viviana was unapologetic all the way. She just felt like, this is a show. Y'all need to stop being so invested. So, I commend Dr. Pepper for actually giving an apology, even if she deleted it. A part of me feels like she knew it would be screenshotted regardless of whether she kept it up or not. So I appreciate it. I think the show itself should put out a statement. Really, because this has been a train wreck. And yes, Dr. Viviana was very smug and dismissive. Pastor Cal saw blessed from a mile away. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Black people, y'all need to listen to Black people. If y'all have Black people behind the scenes, if y'all have Black people on the cast, if y'all have Black people like casting directors, if y'all have Black people that make the decisions as far as being a producer, y'all need to listen. We know our people, okay? Just like Pastor Cal saw him a mile away, I would have been able to see Chris a mile away. A lot of y'all in the comments would have saw it. We wouldn't even have to get to this point. We know our people, okay? How many Chris's have you met in your lifetime? Okay? I grew up with a few Chris's. I grew up with a few of them. All right? So I just think that they should start listening. When you have people on there, y'all need to start taking the Black people's word for it. I'm sorry. We know what we talking about when it comes to us. We do. And there are some like cultural differences that I just think there are cultural differences between Black people and other cultures, that especially American Black people, African American, if you will. It's some differences that we know about that y'all probably just wouldn't get. But anyway, let me move on, because I could go on a tangent about that as well. Thank God for Miles and Woody. I know, right? I know, right? We had some great Black husbands last season, didn't we? Only for it to all go downhill. Now, mind you, Ryan and Vincent, they're I feel like they're decent men so far too, though. So let's not discount them. Greg, Miles, and Woody. Let's go ahead and get started, y'all, because I could talk about this all day. Child, what happened? What happened? I was just talking about how good they were doing. Ugh. Now I know Jacob is a robot. I'm not even gonna call him Jacob the robot no more, because Jacob is really good at expressing how he feels and letting Haley know, look, I thought it was one way and now it's another, and I'm feeling insecure because whenever I try to like hug you, your man call him Shrek. I'm done. We're not going to include Keith in that. Oh, Keith, which Keith? Let me stop because I'm about to get started. Let me let that go. But yeah, Haley was dead wrong for what she did to Jacob. Jacob did not deserve that. But especially if he sat there and laid out all his cards to Haley and said, look, I'm feeling insecure. You know, you're not really trying to be intimate with me after we consummated our marriage. You've been feeling really standoffish. You know, he addressed the whole situation head on. So if he went from expressing himself to her and trying to, you know, see where things were, if he went from that to her ditching him and hanging out with all the other couples and him having to walk into that and them scattering like rats, leave him. Leave. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this because it's giving me very much, oh, I slept with him to see if we could have a deeper connection. And it wasn't there. And so now I'm just going to drop you like a hot potato instead of actually having a conversation. It's making me feel like they consummated because she was drunk. Like roaches when you turn the lights on. I know, just scatter. Like, why would y'all run? Why would y'all run? Because it's making me look at everybody else like trash too. But I'm just gonna put it on Haley because you know that was her decision not to invite her husband. But it's like, Haley, if y'all got caught, all y'all simply had to say was, oh yeah, we just all decided to hang out. I was just about to come up and get you, or I was just about to call you. There were so many ways you could have played that off. They were in on it. Exactly. I wonder if he was being a bit dramatic or if all of them were really down there. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless, even if it was just a few of them, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. It was very high school. It was very, why are y'all running? Cause ain't no grown man finna have me running. If I'm down there, I'm just gonna be like, if everybody scatters and I'm the only one just sitting there, I'm gonna be like, Jacob, I'm so sorry. I just came down here. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Cause I know how that feels to be left out. And that was just mean. And so now I feel like he's gonna stay in it, but he's gonna be bitter. And usually we see, you know, the men in Haley's role and the woman in Jacob's role. But I feel like he's gonna be bitter towards her now. I mean, and what she did was trash, and I don't think she should have signed up for this show. I don't think she's ready to be married. If you're not ready to communicate, if you're not ready to give your all into the situation and be vulnerable, then you should not be a part of this situation. And I don't see a problem with him wanting to leave her if she's not willing to make more of an effort. But don't stick around and be bitter. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this situation make you bitter because I feel like that's where it's going just based off the previews. You know, because I mean, he seemed like a nice guy. He might have a little, you know, robotic feel to him sometimes, but and he might be a little nerdy, but you know, he don't deserve to be treated like that. She shouldn't have slept with him either, acting like Chris. Now that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing. She pulled a Chris. She pulled a Chris, but ain't nobody gonna say it because you know she's a woman. But now I'm not gonna act like he don't have his ways, Lexi. I mean, he is kind of gross eating an onion like that. But child, I hope they have Haley address it. I know because Haley has been skirting past her real feelings. No one has forced her Haley to actually say what's on her mind. She hasn't even said what's on her mind in confessionals. She's been doing a lot of grinning and, you know, but I want to see Haley. I'm gonna need for you to actually say what's on your mind. I don't care if it's gonna hurt his feelings. We need, you know, tell the truth. Be honest. Cause this ain't helping nothing. It's the fanny pack for me. Red meat, eggs, and raw onions. Child, I am not. I cannot. It's so hard for me to keep up with these comments. I don't understand why people sign up for this show, then act like they're surprised that they could possibly be married to someone who they aren't attracted to. Thank you. And I just feel like you should have an open mind. I feel like if you come on here, don't look for your type. Have an open mind. You know what I'm saying? You should not be picky. Cause if you come on here being picky, you're always gonna be disappointed, first of all. And second of all, just because somebody is your type physically, that doesn't mean you'll be compatible, you know, as far as your characteristics, you know, and just fundamentally. But you think people would think like that if you're gonna come on a show like Married at First Sight. I don't know. Why do we have to say this every week? I mean, every week too, but why do we have to say this every year? You would think the people that get on this show would know that. But let's move on. I ain't mean to stay on Haley and Jacob this long. Ooh, they had it out this episode. I mean, I feel like they kept it cute on camera, but I feel like when the cameras left, I feel like you have to have arguments. You have to argue, you have to disagree, you have to get into it to get to know each other. You're gonna bump heads. And as long as it's respectful, as long as y'all don't cross the line and hit below the belt, it's healthy. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, Brianna would have got on my nerves too. Brianna would have got on my nerves too. But Caitlin, I was going to address that too. The anger issue that he claims don't exist is making his first appearance. I agree with that too. I think I can see a little anger issue going on with him, and he doesn't. I feel like he's not addressing his anger issue. I feel like he's just like trying to, with his anger, I think he tries to pretend like I'm being calm. I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to calm myself down. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to say nothing mean. I don't want to go there. But I see that anger issue. Brianna is too bossy. I knew it would be a problem. I'm glad they talk and she is willing to change, but I think they will work it out. I think so too. They do not use correct phrasing. Thank you, Monique. I was going to say, that's what I was going to say in my review too. I said that. When he said she was, what did he say? She was, do y'all remember what he said? What was the word that he used to describe? Was she not arrogant and it wasn't aggressive? Dang, I cannot remember the word he used, but it was the wrong verbiage. Assertive. He said she came to me assertive and he took that as disrespect. And I'm like, I don't think you're using the right word. I don't think you're using the right word. Belittling, maybe he did feel belittled, but assertive, I just felt like he used the wrong word right there. You know what I'm saying? But I know in that scene where she was telling him, do this, pick that up, do that. Okay, try to do it. It did come off a little bit of like micromanaging, and I hate to be micromanaged. I hate to be micro. I hate when you tell me to do this. I am a grown person, okay? You ain't got to tell me to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. All right. It did come off as a little bit mothering. It did come off a little bit condescending. You know what I'm saying? And I think Brianna herself even said she didn't realize she was bossy. I think Brianna didn't know she was bossy until her family put that in her little message at their ceremony and was like, she's sweet, but she's bossy. She this, but she bossy. She this, but she bossy. I don't even think Brianna realized how bossy she was. Clearly, she is bossy. Her family said it. So I think she's bossy, but I don't think she realizes how bossy she is. If that makes sense. So I think what Vincent needs to do is when she is being bossy or when she is doing too much, let her know in that moment. Let her know right then and there so she can see what you're talking about. Brianna knows she bossy. I really don't think she sees it as that because she said it herself. She was like, I'm not trying to, be like that. I believe she's willing to work on it though. I do. I do. He will have to speak up for sure or it will continue and he's going to snap. I agree. She definitely been told that, but maybe she never listens. Maybe people have told her that and she was like, I'm not bossy. I'm bossy, but literally only when it comes to cleanliness because I'm a clean freak. Makes me wonder if that's why she was single. She's a boss at work. Oh man, I lost it. Dang, I'm sorry, I lost your comment. Plus, two, the cameras are rolling. It might not bother him in private, but for other people to see, it's problematic. That could be a part of it. I wish they had slightly older women on the show, 30 to 35. Me too. I would like to see older couples. But like Caitlin said earlier, I do see a little bit of the anger. You could see him, he turned red. when he's holding back, and when he's like getting upset, like even when they were walking up the steps, he was like, slow down, slow down. I don't know, y'all. I do see a little bit of that anger, and I think maybe he should, actually go get some real help. I'm not saying it's a like major issue, but it's one of those things where I could see it bubbling, and I could see him blow his top once the last straw hit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I can see it because I can be that way too, believe it or not. I can my anger could reach the top and I could blow my top and when I hold back. He's a Dominican man. Does that explain it? Oh, yeah, he was about to start rolling his R's. He definitely has anger, but tries to hold it in. He be trying to hold it in. I can see it because I know what that looks like. He be trying to hold it back like, ugh. I hate when Bree talks in that baby voice. Deanna does it too. Yeah, well, that don't bother me. That don't bother me too much. I mean, some men like that. Fiery Latino. I know, right? They call them spicy. We just angry. We just angry when we get mad, but they spicy. Memphis plus Dominican arguments will be something rare. Is she from Memphis? Uh-oh, I didn't know is she from Memphis? Wait a minute. Or you just mean Memphis in general? Because yes, that would be something to see. You went to high school with her? Charity, this is who you went to high school with. I do remember you telling me that somebody you went to high school with was going to be on this show. Okay. I did not know this was her. All right. I did not know she was from Memphis. That's what's up. It's about to be some nuck if you buck arguments. She was sweet though. She seemed sweet. She seemed like she's really sweet for real. She do. Yes, I'm half black and Hispanic, and I will tell you I'm a lot. You know what, y'all? I think they'll be all right though. I really do. I think they'll be all right. They seem like they not love each other. They seem like they respect each other. And I think at the end of the day, they're not gonna wanna like, be disrespectful and, be nasty towards each other. I think they'll try to, compromise and try to tailor some of their negative, behaviors and try to, accommodate one another because they seem like they really do click and they seem like a really good match. So even if their not so positive attributes get on each other's nerves, I think if they communicate, I think they'll be all right. Okay, let's move on. I'm not really worried about them, y'all. I just think this was their first fight and they're learning how to communicate. That's it. And he should stay bald. Thank you, Serena. Okay. Woo. Okay. Y'all said some interesting things. Okay, so I did a poll on my oh, I got too close. I did a poll on my community tab and I was pretty much asking y'all about the situation. Y'all know we're going to talk about it in a minute, but I asked y'all about the situation and some people on there felt like Ryan did not stick up for his wife. Woody hairline is moving too. I want Woody to cut it off. I do. I really want him to just cut it off. Please. 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 He do need to be bald, y'all. He do. First, let me say this. I feel like both of them are low-key in denial about their compatibility because well, mainly Clara, because on this episode, she was acting like he was the perfect guy for her and how they get along so well and how they match so well. But y'all have fundamentally disagreed on a lot of things and y'all just skirt right past it like y'all ain't talking about it. I mean, like y'all, y'all disagree on religion. Y'all disagree on cleanliness. Y'all disagree on scheduling. He's, more strict and he has a regimen. He wants to go by a strict schedule. You're more spontaneous and you don't do strict schedules. Y'all have a lot of things y'all disagree on. For real. Like serious things. And none of that concerns her. And that just makes me wonder, does it not concern you because he's a racially ambiguous man? Because those are very like that, none of that bothers you, girl. And it's sort of like the same thing with Ryan. It does none of that bother you because she's a white woman? This is why people think what they think about this relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about it. They like each other but are fundamentally mismatched. Exactly. Honestly, y'all, I don't have a problem with Ryan or Clara. Like neither one of them. I feel like they seem like they're cool, but they just don't seem like a good match with one another. And I just don't know if they're just overlooking that because they're attracted physically to one another. I don't trust Ryan. He wants to keep up appearances, telling Clara not to talk about their relationship. Personally, I just feel like he's not a messy, not messy. Some people are private, y'all. Some people are private. And what he told her not to share was that they consummated their marriage. And what else did he tell her not to say? That's pretty much it, right? And he told her that she need to stop talking so much. And I didn't see a problem with that because, well, you know, we might disagree on this later, but I do feel like Clara overstepped her boundaries. And her running her mouth and doing stuff like that, that could fall back on him. Somebody could want to come back and knock Ryan out because she running her mouth. So I don't blame him for checking her. I don't think that was being controlling. I think what he was doing was checking his wife the same way if he does something wrong, he should check her. I mean, she should check him. You know what I'm saying? Like your spouse, y'all should be able to check one another. So you could tell he can't fight. Ryan's like, look, I'm not about to get caught up because of you and your mouth. All right. She does and was blaming it all on Virginia. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. He should check and protect his wife. He only did one. So what y'all think he should have, what do y'all think he should have done with that whole situation? Because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna wait till we get to that part. I'm gonna wait till we get to that part. I am. I'm gonna wait till we get to that part and we can talk more about it. Let's just move on. I don't know, y'all. There's not much to say about them until we get to the whole fight. So I'm a skip them for now because I feel like mostly what we're gonna say about them is gonna be with the fight. We do know that they fundamentally they don't get along either. They're not gonna make it. I don't think they. She was crying. They showed her crying talking to Clara about their differences. So obviously they're major. Eric's sitting up here thinking they're walking on cloud nine. He don't realize that she has some major issues with you know how you view male and female relationships and you being gone. Like he doesn't realize y'all do have major differences. How does he not see this and he been married before? Now he's the one that's controlling. I agree with that, Caitlin. He's the one that's controlling for real. She had him toe up. That man couldn't even string a sentence. He couldn't even string a sentence together. He was drunk. She had him drunk. But yeah, I get controlling vibes from Eric. I feel like he's gonna try to, you know, force her into a mode of a wife that he wants. But she is not malleable. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want to fit into that housewife role. She's independent. Now, I'm not saying she don't have her own issues because I do think she, you know, we'll see when she gets back to the real world. I don't want to put drinking like alcoholic on her just yet, but he's starting to parent her now. She don't want to be married. I don't know why she signed up for this either. She's another one that I'm just like, girl, why are you here? You should not signed up for this. She wanted a boyfriend, not a husband. She drank Thursday to Saturday every week. I feel like she signed up as a joke and don't expect to be picked. Didn't expect to be picked. Well, girl, you need to turn it down then. Like, if y'all do stuff like that's stupid. That's stupid. You got married on a whim. You got married as a joke. That's stupid. And I don't have no respect for people that do that. Like, you don't play with marriage like that. For Eric to be a pilot, he is way too lit for this episode. Maybe the movie Flight. Y'all remember that pilot that got drunk and flew the plane and and he stopped flying the plane. He went out there with the rest of the people on the plane, and everybody was like, "Well, who's flying the plane?" Y'all remember that? Child. People don't take marriage seriously. She basically will be a single mother. He doesn't give me controlling vibes. I just think he sees Virginia as needing direction and fixing and is trying to do that. She doesn't want to be fixed though. That's kind of controlling though. If you feel like I need to be fixed, you know, that's a little bit of you trying to control me. I'm just mad at every couple's outing. They are late. Exactly. Y'all can't come on time for once, but it's that alcohol slowing them down. They too busy taking shots. Oh, okay. Child, let's okay. This is what's gonna wear me out right here. Right here. This is what's gonna wear me out. Now, let's not get to the blow up just yet. Let's just talk about Chris and Paige and their issues as far as him saying that he thought about getting back with his ex and talked to her about it, that he's still in love with her, that he believes in separate bank accounts. My grandma said he ain't got no money and he just don't want her to see that. Talking about, she said he the one who don't even make a quarter of what she makes. As much as time goes on, y'all, I feel like maybe because everybody's been calling him broke. It's like his actions line up with that. Because only broke people flaunt their money the way he does. Flaunt their money. It gets worse and worse, I know. He probably a scammer. I'm sick of them both. Now I will admit this episode, I feel like this episode, like really a lot of people are like done feeling sorry for Paige, on this episode. Because it's like he keeps putting all the cards on the table and you keep accepting the worst. Like, why? Why are you still here? Chris got on the show because he's broke. Hope Paige calls him out on his finances like Mika had to do with Michael. Y'all, we saw Montre. Did y'all see Montre? I feel like they showed Montre on purpose and they put his name down there on purpose because they know. They know. They know. They know. Y'all, I screamed. I screamed when they showed Montre. When his name popped up, I'm like, I know that is not Montre. Okay, for those who don't know, the season with Mika and Michael, what season was that? Mika was calling out Michael for lying about his his yearly salary, and he kept lying about it. And the last time he lied, she was like, Montre, I done had enough. I told y'all I can't deal with him. I'm not doing it anymore. When she was completely done, she called Montre, and it was so funny. Montre is one of the producers, by the way. Season 10. Montre needs a confessional at this point. I know. Okay, let's get back to Chris and Paige. Child, I needed to lighten up the moment a little bit. Montre is parlay. I refuse to believe Paige wants a man this bad. Child, he is so ugly. I cannot. He acts like he's Shamar Moore. Child, far from it. I'll say that. He just needs to leave. He keeps acting like it's up to Paige. If you don't want to be with her, then leave. Exactly. Why does he keep putting it up to Paige like it's just up to Paige? He act like he wants Paige so bad. That's probably why. I mean, that's why I think he's with her. I think he's with her because she's financially stable. I do. As much as he tried to act like he got money, because he said it from the beginning he wasn't attracted to her. Now all of a sudden he is. And all he has to say to her is, oh, I'm attracted to you now. And Paige just eats it up. She's still a victim, struggling. Love is her church girl upbringing. I do agree with that to a certain degree because, you know, in church they want you to stay in the marriage no matter what, stay married no matter what. But I feel like if you're being abused in any sort of way, whether that's verbally, whether it's physically, whether, you know, it's mentally, I think that's grounds to leave. They're not even good on paper. Paige did look good in that yellow dress. I will say Paige looked good. She did. She did. He is not a God-fearing man. No. Like, you can turn around and ask Paige to pray for you, but can you ask him to pray? Can you ask Chris to pray for you? No. I don't want him praying for me. He likes to drop bombs and then sweet talk her. Chris is keeping Paige around for a reason, but I can't figure out what it is yet. It's I agree. He's keeping her around for a reason. I'm thinking money, but it could be anything. He's an Atlanta scammer. Just a hot mess he was seen in Cancun earlier today with his ex. Child, y'all don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Chris is doing everything possible to make Paige leave, but she loves his foolishness. I don't know. But y'all, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get to the fight. Let's go ahead and get to the fight. Oh, I thought I put the picture on here. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I thought I screenshot. Okay, there you go. Let me say this. Let me say this. Chris is wrong, will always be wrong. I don't agree with him on most things. But Virginia and Clara going over there and dipping in their business, trying to tell them what's what, trying to go off on him, trying to go in on him, trying to regulate the situation in any way, shape, or form, were dead wrong. They were dead wrong. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people. I don't like for people to get in my business either. And I wouldn't be cursing you out or nothing like that. But I'm not gonna react too kindly with you trying to jump in my business either. Y'all have enough y'all have to worry about over there. Just like Chris said, y'all some drunkards. Me and my grandma fell out. We fell out when he called her drunkard. I mean, she called him arrogant. He called her drunkard. Okay, it's tit for tat. It's tit for tat. And this is the one time Chris ain't wrong. He tried to be nice plenty of times, and she needs to mind her business. I agree, y'all. Let me tell you something. If you're gonna approach a man and you're gonna, get smart and get sassy and be aggressive, if you're gonna do all of those things, you can't turn around and play the victim when a man comes back at you. You know what I'm saying? You can't make somebody mad and then tell them how mad to get. Yes, Chris is crazy. We know that. We know that. But you're steady pushing him. You're not helping the situation. You're not backing off. You know what I'm saying? You're steady pushing him, steady making it worse, steady making it worse. At one point, Clara backed off. She knew better. You know what I'm saying? After a while, when she saw that he wasn't reacting well, she knew to shut up. She was dead wrong too, but at least she backed up. When Clara was backing off, that's when Virginia should have been backing off. And then when Eric came over there, you need to get your wife. You need to get your wife. See, your wife gonna get you knocked out one day because you're not tough, okay? I could tell by your arms. I could tell by how you handle the situation. You're not gonna be able to fight if somebody ready to come fight you. Virginia the type to get you knocked out, okay? So what you need to do is pull her over here, and you need to tell her she needs to watch her mouth. She was doing too much talking. Clara could have pulled Virginia, but when Eric came over there, he should have been the one to do it because that's your wife. Now, I feel, and even because it's like you were pushing him, and he snapped. And then y'all went over and talked to Paige and did the exact same thing. Y'all think the man is not going to come over there and go off on you again? I didn't blame Chris with either of those situations because he told y'all over here, he tried to be calm over here, and you kept pushing him. He snapped on you over here. You went over there, he snapped on you over there because y'all were pushing the situation when y'all should have left it alone. It ain't none of your business. Ain't nobody over there in y'all business seeing what's wrong with y'all. Okay? Mind your y'all have enough issues to work on. Why don't y'all go work on y'all issues? Y'all so worried about somebody. Everybody on here all of a sudden an expert when ain't none of y'all had no successful relationships before this, okay? Everybody's all of a sudden an expert. All right? Let me see what you the drunkard comment took me out too. Yeah. I laughed. I rewinded that so many times. Oh, that felt good. He could have chosen his words better, but they already had this convo multiple times. Anybody with common sense would stop bringing the baby up. Exactly. And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Y'all should not be coming at Chris. Y'all don't have a relationship with Chris, like he said. Y'all barely know Paige. All of y'all barely know each other. Let's be real. Y'all barely know each other. Paige does need, some friends there. I don't mind y'all being her friends, but coming confronting Chris, that's too much. If anybody should have confronted Chris, it should have been either Vincent or Brianna, because they're the ones who got downloaded with the information first, and they're the closest people to them. They haven't even said nothing. They haven't even pulled Chris to the side and tried to tell him what he need to do, and I would have been gone. And they didn't even do all that. Okay? They mind their business. So you need to mind your business. I'm sorry, you need to mind your business. This ain't your marriage. Mind your business. And I look, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but Black people, we have nosy people in our culture too. There are. But we mind our business, probably to our own detriment sometimes. We probably should speak up more when we see something, but we mind our business. I'm we don't, hey, what you doing over there? We don't do all that. They're minding their business over there. We mind our business over here. Okay. Especially when it comes to a relationship. Mind your business. That's all. Mind your business. That's it. And so now that's all. Okay. And plus, Paige is staying with him. Paige is staying with him. It would be one thing if Paige was trying to leave him and he was, trying to hold on to her. It would be a different situation. But Paige wants to stay. If Paige wants to stay, there's nothing that you can do. Okay? There's nothing you could do. You can't save her. She don't want to be saved. You know what I'm saying? You coming over here trying to regulate the situation and under the guise of I'm concerned, and I'm just trying to be there. No. Okay? Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. And yes, I would encourage people, don't fight for if the woman is sticking around, like, what can you do? What can you really do? Leave it alone. Okay, so and y'all saw when Chris came over there, when they were talking to Paige by herself, y'all saw Ryan took Clara away. Ryan took her away from that situation quick, fast, and in a hurry, because he knew, I'm not trying to be in the middle of this. Now, where I do think Chris was wrong, when he got on that bus and he kept it going, I feel like he was dead wrong for going on the bus and cussing everybody out, because you already did it. You already got everybody together out by the ATVs. You didn't have to get on the bus and curse everybody out. That was a little bit too much, I do think. But Virginia was on there being rowdy as well. And so they were bumping heads. He didn't buff up at Vincent. The way Vincent said it, I will admit, the way Virginia said that came off as disrespectful, because I'm telling you something serious and you're low-key grinning and smiling. You're like, well, you sure it's yours? The way she said it was wrong. Her tone was off. They had no tact when they were saying that. And yeah, it was funny in the moment, but the way Vincent asked, he asked like he was sincerely asking a question. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Virginia actually was asking. Maybe she really did want to know, but the way she asked was wrong. She was drunk. It came off wrong. All that. Yeah. Everybody missed the fact that Virginia said that she apologized. Okay, I probably did miss that. They didn't. I didn't hear her say that, so maybe she did, but I must have missed it. Okay, and that's the thing. Okay, somebody said that's her personality. Well, when you don't know somebody well, people don't know your personality. So I think that's why you need to have tact, and you need to come at people when it's a serious situation. You should come at people with you know with the right tone when you don't know somebody because he didn't know you. But let's move on to the dinner, y'all. Let's move on to the dinner. Okay, okay. A lot of y'all are saying that Virginia apologized. I didn't hear that. So okay. Maybe drunkards aren't the best audience for your baby mama confession. Okay. Please, next. I'm tired of this hairline. Okay, let's get to the dinner. Let's get to the dinner. So, okay, Chris apologized to Paige, and Chris apologizes to Claire and Ryan because Virginia and Eric were not down there at the time. This has been Chris's best apology so far. I'm not saying he meant it. I'm not saying, I'm not saying anything other than this was his best apology because it just don't seem like he has given a good apology yet. But I feel like he took more accountability with Ryan and Claire, to be honest. And it just didn't even at least he apologized. That's what I'm gonna give him. At least he apologized. Whatever. So he gave that apology. Things were going in the right direction. I agree. Chris doesn't like to be challenged, but that's because he's childish. He's childish. And get a brow lift. Oh my goodness. Someone noted that he apologized to Ryan, not Clara. Okay. The apology was fake. The apology could have been fake, y'all. I'll go with that. I could go with that. But, at least he did it. He needed to do something. He did because he acted a whole fool and it didn't take all of that. You know, it didn't take all of that. Chris didn't apologize. If he was sorry, his behavior would have changed. I agree. If they weren't getting drunk, they would have been on time and got their apology too. I agree. Them being late to the dinner ruined it because I'm sure if Chris apologized to Clara and Ryan, he definitely was going to apologize to Eric and Virginia, and I'm sure they would have returned the favor. But because they showed up late and they came in drunk and they came in with, I'm setting my boundaries, even though y'all were crossing plenty of boundaries earlier. How you want to set your boundaries and you and your wife crossing boundaries? Did you check her? No. So I could understand how Chris got riled up. He's immature. Like, I'm not defending his behavior, but you came in rowdy. You came in trying to regulate something, and I was already apologizing. And I like how Ryan did try to de-escalate the situation and say, look, he apologized, and we all know what went down earlier wasn't right, and he was trying to fix it, so let's get on the same page. Chris didn't want to de-escalate. Chris was like, no, but what was you saying? No, but no. Chris was too hype. The prayer war. I'm done. I'm done. Ryan attempted to intervene to de-escalate the situation by saying that Chris was apologetic. The producer probably had them come down late on purpose, but they've been late to everything, y'all. They've been late to everything. Ryan was trying to have his dinner. Jacob was trying to have his dinner. Chris had no plans to apologize to Eric and Virginia. I'm sure the producers had something to do with them not being there when he fake apologized. Chris is trying to get more camera time for his storyline. I'm almost done with this show. He signed up to exploit himself and Paige, a mess. Y'all, we might have to agree to disagree on some things, but I don't know. I feel like they came down with the wrong attitude. I don't think they came down because they weren't willing to take accountability for nothing. You know, y'all said Virginia apologized. Okay. If she apologized, fine. But I still feel like based off of what they were saying out of their mouths, it just seems like they weren't trying to take accountability. Virginia was still saying a little smart stuff when she came down too. And yeah, I feel like it was just coming to a head. I feel like Virginia was being childish too, a little bit. Chris is the ultimate child. We know this. He's so immature. So I think when they were like, okay, we're just gonna go, and Virginia stood up, something triggered Chris, like those were fighting words or something. Like, I don't think he was trying to fight Virginia. I do think he was going to try to fight Eric, but it's like Eric was not the one that stood up. Virginia stood up. And I know, like, for Black people, if you stand up and everybody's sitting down, that's fighting words. But it was Virginia that stood up, not Eric. So that's why I'm saying I feel like Virginia will be the one to get Eric beat up, because it's like she was you know, she was a little bit aggressive. She was hyping Eric up, like, you know, she was hyping Eric up. It shouldn't have got to the point where they was trying, like, where Chris was trying to fight nobody, though. It was not that serious. Eric, and I don't Eric was trying to defend his wife, and I don't blame Eric for trying to defend his wife, but you also need to check your wife. Please change the picture, Pinky. Chris looks like a Hey Arnold character. I feel like both of their energy on both sides was wrong. I feel like neither one of them was trying to calm down, you know? They were both stoking the fire, both of them on both sides. Gerald, he may have checked Virginia, but it seems like they did doing it off camera. Man, I don't know. I would have to see, because I don't know about that. It don't seem like he thought Virginia was wrong at all. A lot of y'all think that he was trying to come at Virginia. I don't think so. I really don't think he was coming for Virginia, but we can agree to disagree. I think people have an issue with a man getting loud with a woman. And, you know, we might have a difference of opinion on that, but I just don't think you should press a man. I don't think you should come at a man if you don't want him to react. If y'all want to go through the husbands, if y'all want to say, well, if you have something to say to me, go through my husband, then you shouldn't address him directly. You should tell your husband to do it. If that's the way y'all want to do it. Because I see this happen on all type of shows. But it's like, if y'all don't want the man to address you, then have your husband talk to them. You don't need to be the one to go address him then. If we're going to do those rules, then you need to have Eric. You should have had Eric to go over there and check him instead of you and Clara. Why don't you get Ryan and Eric, since that's the way we're going to do it? instead of you going over there starting mess with him and then playing a victim. I do agree. Chris needs he's out of line. He is. He's out of line on most things. He really is. It's not the fact that the women they weren't loud with him, but it's like when I tell you to leave me alone, when I tell you to leave the situation alone, when I tell you to stop coming to me with this, and you continue to press and press and press, you can't tell somebody how mad to get. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell nobody how angry to get. So y'all, okay, I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and watch it. Y'all are saying that he was walking up on her. I would have to look again. The reason why I don't have a problem with him saying don't talk to my wife is because he just got done telling them stay out of our situation. And they, as soon as he blew up on them over there, they went straight to Paige and did the same thing. It was like they were trying to disrespect him. It's like they were trying to go behind his back when he was in earshot. Like that was disrespectful, low key. Eric had 6 shots to say that. He should have said it when he was at the ATV. I didn't see Chris get close enough for me to say he was trying to act like he was gonna fight her. You know, I didn't see him get close enough. He walked over to where they was, but I never saw him get that close for y'all to be saying that he was walking up on somebody. But like I said, I'm gonna have to watch it over just to make sure. But I just don't remember it being like that. Eric was quiet at the ATV and on the van. Chris was pacing at the ATVs, did the same thing when he was explaining the situation to Montre. Oh, y'all, and then Clara started crying. Y'all, I was so mad. I was so mad when Clara started crying because I'm just like, girl, what you crying about? What you crying about? Amani and Karen would have done the same thing Virginia did. And every time Amani jumped in somebody's business, I said the same thing. I get tired of people jumping in other people's business. Mind your business, mind your own marriage. I hate when people now somebody come to you and if somebody come to you and tells you about their situation, that's one thing. But for you to come over and try to regulate, you're doing too much. And we might fundamentally disagree on all of this stuff. Ciao. I think we saw things differently, honestly. Because I don't know. I don't the way some of y'all are seeing this, I'll have to go back and watch it because I didn't see it like that. Yeah, at the end of the day, this show is becoming lowbrow. Let's be honest. Like, they are losing the integrity of this show because this I think at some point the experts need to come in and intervene. Like, for real, like, this is beginning to be too much. I know the experts don't usually come on the honeymoon, but I'm telling you, they better be on every episode on the rest of this season because these people need as much help as they can get. For real. Y'all keep on talking about his hairline. This show lost its integrity a long time ago. I agree. I do think because when they started throwing a couple on here that were clearly mismatched, that's around the time where the show started going down, the decline. I think a major decline. I would say Luke and Kate, but definitely Matt and Amber, because I feel like he was not ready to be married. He didn't even have a stable place to live. All the couples can call the experts though. There was a woman. They can call the experts, but I feel like the experts should be intervening. Like, the producer should be telling, look, they almost came to blows. Look, Chris just said that he had a baby on the way. Like, these are major things that the experts should be helping to guide them through. This is not anything that has been seen on this show before. They should be on a conference call immediately. In fact, I feel like they should have been on a conference call to tell Paige. They should have been right there when Chris had to tell her that. Zoom calls every day. Exactly. They need to be watching them around the clock. At least getting updates from producers or something. You know what I'm saying? We were in a pandemic. It's called Zoom. People are doing everything through video call these days. Exactly. We are in a pandemic. That makes them even more accessible than they would have beforehand. Chris got a unit. That's a bad unit if it is one. It ain't no good one. Right. They did Zoom calls last season. How come the producers aren't intervening? Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. They need two understudy couples just in case something like this happens. Shoot, I mean, I feel like 3 or 4 couples is enough. Like, if y'all have one drop out, 3 or 4 is good. It used to only be 3 from the beginning. Mm, mm, mm. We don't know when the option to leave was given or what it entailed. You can leave at any point in time. You can leave at any point in time. They can't hold you hostage. Dr. Viviana acts like she did a world a favor. Dr. Viviana turned me all the way off. I really cannot believe that how she addressed the situation. She handled it the worst out of all of the experts. At least Pastor Cal was diplomatic and, people were expressing their concerns for Paige and saying how they did a terrible job. And he was like, I appreciate your opinion and all that. And Dr. Pepper just fully took credit for this terrible match. But Dr. Viviana, it's just a show. You're so invested. What? You, as a professional, as someone who has their doctorate, should be more concerned about the word left me that quick, reputation. You should be concerned that your reputation is on the line. Because why would I want to come to you for anything at this point? I think Paige came into this situation already traumatized. For her to be okay with all of this stuff that's happening and to stick around, I think she's already been traumatized before she even got into this situation. Cause she like the way she handles the stuff that Chris says, and all he has to do is compliment her in order to get past it, tells me she's gone through similar manipulation in the past. Yeah, Dr. Viviana was gaslighting. The ultimate gaslighter. I agree. This is not Paige's first uh abusive relationship because she takes that stuff on the chin. I don't know how she is so calm. Then one of the participants said she had Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, Clara did. She already had a stepmom situation. Yep. She did say that. But just because you had you were a stepmom in a situation, that don't mean the situation was necessarily a negative or abusive one. But she definitely said she's been through that situation before. So it just makes me wonder like what has she been through in the past? Where are her friends? Oh, I feel like as soon as her friends get a taste of this, get a whiff of this, he thought Virginia was dipping in their business. All right, you guys, I gotta go. This has been fun. Shout out to 323 people in here. I hope y'all left a like. But I gotta go on and go, y'all. I didn't even realize I had been on here for an hour and a half. This was a good one though. I will try to get the review up because some people don't like this style of, they like a structured review. So I'll try to get that up soon for the people that like those. And shout out to everybody in here. This was a good chat. I love to hear your opinions, even when we disagree. It's always a good time. And yes, I will see you in my next video. Make sure y'all turn on y'all notifications because y'all know I usually go live around 6 or 7 these days, but turn on your notifications because y'all know I do random lives anyway. So I will see you later. Love you all. Goodbye.